Flag on the play, NFL Real Talk.
With Brandon and Kennedy.
Justin Tucker for the win. Whoa, baby! Oh, just good. And the Pacers are saying no.
Hey, what's up, people? This is your boy Brandon here, coming at you for another episode of NFL Real Talk. Actually, this is a special episode. This one will contain a little bit of a bonus feature of Mayweather segment that you didn't get last week, or the week before week one. So this is a bonus feature. Enjoy it, and we'll catch you next week.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mayweather segment with Kennedy. Last week was the review. This week is the preview. I hope everyone enjoyed last week's program. Yeah, we back. All those MFers that try to hold us back, we back. Y'all can't stop us now, and you know who you are. And you know what? I'm going to name names. Yeah, IRS, Tea Party, Alf, Miss Jerry from Martin, Craig Mack, and last but not least, MC Hammer's dad. Yeah, you can't hold us back. We going strong. So, since we are dealing with the Mayweather segment of the show, and this segment is ignorance, let's now enjoy into something called Schadenfreude. And that's pretty much the joy in other people's misery. And that will be NFL cuts. So, there are notable names who got cut this week. Got Robert Meacham. Well, San Diego was real stupid to give him money, but at least Bruce Arians knew he sucked and cut his losses. We got Brady Quinn and Jimmy Clausen, a.k.a. the two Notre Dame losers. Charlie Weiss. Try to let everybody think, oh, I'm a genius. I work with Tom Brady. We won 3 Super Bowls by cheating. I can train quarterbacks, and you sent us Jimmy Clausen and Brady Quinn. Thank God both of these lames will be right next to Matt Leinart, bumming for food back on campus at USC and Notre Dame. Speaking of Matt Leinart, hey, NFL quarterback didn't work out, but you can always be the mayor of Watts, because Lord knows you love being on USC's campus rather than playing football or reading a playbook. Lame. Okay, Marvin Austin. That was a little bit shocking. I did not see that. I remember him from North Carolina. He had a lot of talent. Shocked by that. But, hey, the Giants and Jerry Reese know what they're doing. So if they want to get rid of you, you stink. Austin Collie, thank you, 49ers, thank you. Look, I usually like making fun of people, but let me say this about Austin Collie. He needs to quit. His head is bounced off the NFL playing surface, carpet, artificial simulated grass, but it's bounced off too many times. He's had too many concussions, and he needs to stop, because everybody knows 10 years from now you're going to be suing the NFL saying, oh man, I got concussions, but you kept wanting to play. Look, it's about health and safety, and I'm sorry, my friend, you need to stop. You got a long life ahead of you. Hopefully there's no debilitating injuries from these history of concussions. Just realize that there is life without past football. Jeez. Let's see. Cody Grimm. Hey, your dad's Russ Grimm. You got 3 Super Bowl rings to look at home. Plus, you grew up in Virginia. You went to the really good schools. Yeah, you only got there because who your daddy was. I'm sorry. Marcus Trufant. Jesus. Jamarcus Webb. I guess Jay Cutler won. That's wrong. Brian Banks. I was kind of rooting for the kid. I'm only a couple years older than him. I was kind of rooting for him. I mean, if you know the story of Brian Banks, 5-star recruit in high school in California, some goofy broad said she raped him and he had a scholarship for UFC. I mean, to USC, to USC, and then he lost all that. Ended up in jail for like 5 years, another 5 years on probation. Then the goofy broad catches up on Facebook, says that, oh, I was lying. It was the whole part about my mother and us trying to get money from the school district. You ruined a man's life. Now I don't know if he'd have made it, if he'd have went to high school. I mean, he'd have finished high school, went to college, and been an all-star. I don't know that. We don't know that. And maybe got drafted. We all don't know that. But you ruined this man's life. He could have had a good education at USC. USC isn't Watts, but is a good school to go to. He could have got a good 4-year degree and even played football or been an accountant or a lawyer. I don't know, but you ruined this man's life. And it was really nice of Jay Glazer and then later the Falcons to bring his Jay Glazer and a lot of people brought his story to attention, and the Falcons with Eric Dimitrov brought him in, which is great. But I kind of figured that he wasn't going to make it. But it's not his fault. But, I mean, hopefully he can find something in the USFL. I mean, not USFL, but CFL. But, yeah. And we also have Vince Young. Vince Young got cut by the Green Bay Packers. And it goes to ask the age-old question. What was gonna go first? His hairline or his NFL career? His hairline. I lost that bet. And last but not least, Timothy Richard Tebow got cut by the Patriots. We all saw that coming. I don't even know why they signed him. I guess Belichick was just, effing with our heads. I mean, no offense to Tim Tebow. We like you as a person. We really do. But as a quarterback, you're the Ebola virus. Go away. Now we're done with that. Now it's the time, the preview section, where people start, your Peter Kings, your Chris Mortensens, your Jay Glazers, your Ian Rappaports, your Adam Schefters, who else? The great Don Banks. This is when they start doing their previews and everything. Sometimes that idiot Dr. Z, thank God he's not around. I mean, he's alive, but no longer writing. Jesus, thank God. They do their previews, but I don't do previews because the one thing about the NFL we all love, we don't know. I mean, yeah, we know Patriots going to probably win their division. Denver's going to probably win theirs. But we really don't know. Some teams bubble up. Some people crash down. So we really don't know. And I don't like getting in the habit of making previews about who's going to win a division and who's going to get into the playoffs and blah, blah, blah. I leave that for other people. I'm not going to name names. Brandon, I'm not going to name names. I'm just going to give you what I call my Furious Five, my Furious Top Five. And those teams happen to be the Denver Broncos, the San Francisco 49ers, the Houston Texans, the Green Bay Packers, and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this is September 2nd. Yes, I'm working on September 2nd. Yes, I know. Somewhere Jimmy Hoffa is like, what are you doing? I got buried under Giant Stadium so people could not work on Labor Day. I understand, Jimmy, but this is my passion. Football. These 5 teams right now, going into the season, are the best 5 teams in football. But 4, 8, 12 weeks from now, it could be like 5 other teams. That's the beauty of football. It's not the crappy NBA. All right? We don't know, and that's why we love it. Now, I gave you my Furious 5. That's your great starting 5. And then you have, your 6-man and your 7-man. But then you have to round out the roster with, individuals, who supposed to get the grade point average up for the team. So I'm gonna give you my Fartastic 4. Yes, Fartastic 4. And those happen to be the Buffalo Bills, who hopefully in a couple years will be called the LA Bills because Jesus, they stink. Kevin Cobb, I give Andy Reid all the credit in the world. He is the greatest he is the greatest quarterback coach ever. Sucks as a head coach, sucks as an offensive coordinator. But he can coach up a quarterback like nobody's business. And he can manipulate stupid teams into thinking that these quarterbacks that are great under his system will be great in their system too. Shout out to Donovan McNabb. Kevin Cobb's career is pretty much over with his head bouncing off the carpet too. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now the Jacksonville, special case. With their new GM, they have like 40 new players going into camp. So they were going to be bad. But they're trying to rebuild, and I'll give them, relax them on that one. Same thing with Oakland. Even though they still kind of do some dysfunctional Raider type stuff, they have cut a lot of people, and they are trying to get out of a lot of debt and a lot of dead money under the cap. So I give them, no, they still stink as the Raiders. Who cares? And lastly, the Jets. Last week, my co-host Brandon said the Jets will be at the bottom of the division once again. No, they will not be at the bottom of the division. They'll be at the bottom of the ocean next to the Titanic. This team effing stinks. All right? And yeah, like I said last week, it's not all Rex's fault. I mean, they are bad. And they're going to always be bad. And there's nothing you can do about that. Between Sanchez and what's that lame's name again? Geno Smith. I mean, Jesus Christ. Fartastic Four. Let's call it a dump four, but whatever. Alright, so that was my preview. NFL season starts in 3 days. 3 days. I can't wait. I know you can't wait either. Talk to y'all next week. Have a good one.